Dear Lions, good evening. We are starting 1 minute early today because we have a very, very special person today for you. Uh, we have Vikas Sharma. Vikas Sharma is someone who's passionate about students, passionate about learning, passionate about helping the community. He passed out in the year 2012 with 11 years of experience. He has worked in various organizations in senior roles. Uh, Amazon, he has worked in Cred, he has worked in, right now he's working in Wingify, program management, program manager, technical program manager. He also worked in OnePlus and so many other places he has worked. Very, very senior professional, industry professional. He's going to talk about a topic that we have never covered before, Agile and Scrum. And with his years of program management, project management, he's going to bring a new dimension to the Lions of AIT Bhopal. I thank from my bottom of my heart Vikas Sharma because he reached out to us seeing all the excitement that the Lions have shown in LinkedIn and all the enthusiasm. Very, very indebted to him for sparing the time and energy for helping the Lions. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm just sharing my screen.
Yes, sir.
Let me know once it's visible to everyone.
It is visible, sir.
Okay, fine. So, good evening, everyone. So, today's topic is implementing Agile and Scrum in a software development team. So in this slide, basically I covered about me. So I am having, like as sir mentioned, like I am having 11 years of experience in delivering program management, software delivery, and stakeholder management as well. And prior to Wingify, I was working with Great, DirectEye, and Amazon. Currently, I'm based out of Bangalore. And currently, I'm working in Wingify and managing a tool called VWO. VWO is nothing but a conversion rate optimization tool. And we help organizations like speed up their experimentation process in A/B testing. This is all about me. So basically, in this talk, like I will mostly cover Agile and Scrum session and how this will be helpful to the final year students, how you can build your career in the program management, project management, and the Scrum Master's role as well. So basically, I will cover like today's session in 45 minutes, and I will keep 5 to 10 minutes for the question answers. And later on, if you have any questions in between the sessions, so feel free to ping over the chat. Now, coming to the next slide, this is the introduction to Agile. So basically, like everyone in the industry knows, like, hey, I am working in Agile. Hey, I am working in a waterfall model. So first, let's try to understand like what is waterfall and what is Agile. So earlier, like industries used to work into the waterfall model, where like software development was happening over the period of time. Let's say, for example, if any software is developing, and that will take around 6 months, 5 months, and 4 months, let's say. Okay, so the feedback was very late in the waterfall model. Okay, so every industry was like having lot of cost burdens over the industry. Hey, like we are building a software, but it's costing a huge amount of like resources, huge amount of cost to our company. So to avoid this, like in like few years back, like Agile come into picture. So somehow like people are confused, like Agile is Scrum. Someone will say like Agile is Scrum, or someone will say Scrum is Agile. But Agile, what is Agile? So in this slide, we are going to talk about Agile. So Agile is nothing but a kind of a mindset, you can say. It's like kind of how we are going to deliver our software in a rapid speed. Okay. So Agile is not a methodology or not a framework. So if anyone will be saying, hey, Agile is a framework, no, it's not a framework, but it's a mindset. Okay. Under this mindset, there are a lot of frameworks are available. Under Agile, you will see like there is a lot of frameworks like Scrum and Kanban are the most popular frameworks under the Agile. So Agile will help us in delivering all the softwares very rapid. And in the rapid, we mean like we are calling it as a like kind of a sprint nature. So in the next sprint, like in the next slide, you will able to see like what is Agile under umbrella. So you will see like Agile is a mindset, and under this umbrella, there are a lot of frameworks are available. Like you are able to see Scrum, Crystal, Lean, Kanban, DSDDM, Extreme Programming as well. But the most popular framework for Agile is Scrum and Kanban. Okay, that's why like it's in the industry we call it as Agile Scrum. Nobody will call as Agile Kanban, Agile FDD, Agile Lean. Everyone will be calling it as Agile Scrum because Scrum is a popular framework under Agile umbrella to achieve Agile in any of the company. Let's say, for example, if you are working in any of the software company and you wanted to like do your work in an Agile environment, so that point of time you have to adapt the framework, and the most popular framework is Scrum. So that's why it's called as a Agile Scrum. So in the upcoming slides, basically we will talk about the Scrum, what is Scrum and all. So in this slide, we will talk about Agile Manifesto. So Agile Manifesto is nothing but a document of Agile. So what Agile Manifesto is saying, there are four pillars of Agile to achieve Agile in any of the company. There are four pillars. First one is individuals and interactions over processes and tool. Second one is working software over comprehensive documentations. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Responding to change over following a plan. So whatever you see in the left side, like individuals and interactions, are most important over process and tools. Working softwares are most important over comprehensive documentations. Customer collaborations are more important over contract negotiation as well. And responding to change over following a plan. So left hand side, whatever the items you are seeing are more important in the Agile Manifesto. And Agile Manifesto is nothing but a document which says about the four pillars of Agile, how to achieve Agile in a software industry or in any companies. Now, coming to the next slide. So, this slide will talk about Scrum. So, how this Scrum framework will help us to achieve Agile. So, as we discussed in the earlier slide, like Agile is a mindset, and to achieve Agile in any of the company, we have to implement frameworks, and the popular framework is Scrum. So, in this today's sessions, we will talk about this popular framework called Scrum. So, Scrum is an Agile framework for managing and organizing work in a complex software development. Much like a sports team practicing for a big match, Scrum practice to self-manage, learn from experience, and adapt to change. So basically, like in Agile, like in Scrum, so mostly if you see like while doing a cricket match, most of the players will do a have a internal discussions first, like hey, like how you wanted to set the fielding, how which over will be going to be thrown by which player and all. So basically, they will mingle each other, and as a team, they will discuss hey who will do what. Okay, so that is nothing but a kind of a Scrum team is a combination of all the team members. So in the software company, a Scrum team will be comprises of developers, testers, product managers, and marketing team, and some point of time security engineers as well. So Scrum team is nothing but a set of people who will be responsible for delivering any software in a company. Okay, so this is all about Scrum. Okay, now coming to the next slide. So basically, we will talk about pillars of Scrum. So what are the three pillars of Scrum that will be useful for anyone who is working in the Scrum framework? So first one is transparency. Second one is inspection, and third one is adaptation. So I will give you a small example. Let's say, for example, you are just baking a cake over a micro oven. Okay, so while baking a cake over a micro oven, you will be able to see from the outside, hey, like this oven is rotating at a temperature of 30 degrees C. Let's say for example, if you wanted to inspect it, you will directly open the door and directly you will tap on it and you can see hey whether this is cooked or not. Let's say for example, you just wanted to increase the temperature, you just wanted to add some salt, sugar and all, you are able to do it. So that is nothing but a adaptation kind of environment. So same flexibility Scrum will provide you: transparency, inspection, and adaptation. So if anyone is working as a Scrum team, they have to be transparent, they have to be like more adaptable in the company, they have to be more like kind of inspected throughout the work. So these are the more important pillars of the Scrum: transparency, inspection, and adaptation. In the short, we will call it as TIA. Now, coming to the next slide. So this slide will talk about Scrum values. So let's say, for example, you are working in a Scrum team, as I mentioned earlier, and you're already aware of the pillars. So what are the values of a Scrum team? Let's say, for example, if you're working in a Scrum team, what are the values you should adopt it? Okay. So first one is courage. Let's say, for example, we as a team working in a VIT Bhopal. Okay, so we have a courage to do something in a right thing in a right manner. Let's say for example, we just wanted to develop a software, so we have to courage to develop a software as a team. Second one is focus. So everyone should be focused. Our focus will be like same. Like everyone focus will be same to delivering a software. Not like one person is doing coding, other person is doing in marketing and all. So focus will be kind of a delivery. Let's say for example, our focus is delivering any of the software. So every team member's focus has to complete the work within a certain time frame. So in Scrum we call it as sprint. Sprint is nothing but a time length, like in the 2 week we wanted to deliver a software, in 1 week we wanted to deliver a software, or in a 1 month we wanted to deliver a software. But as a standard practice, everyone in the company uses 2 weeks of sprint. Sprint is nothing but a time length in how many days you wanted to deliver a software. That is called as sprint. So ideally 2 weeks, everyone is following in the industry standard is 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks you just wanted to deliver a software. Now, third, Scrum value is commitment. So everyone has to be committed to achieve the goals within a Scrum team. If you are working as a Scrum team, we have to committed to achieve our goals as well. Respect. A Scrum team members should respect each other. Let's say, for example, you are working in a Scrum team. So I don't wanted to humiliate anyone. So we have to respect everyone with their work, with their professions, and whether they are capable of doing the work or not. We have to respect it. Last one is openness. Everyone has to be openness. Let's say for example, if you are facing any risk, if you are facing any blockers, there is some dependency, you are not able to complete your work within a time frame of 2 weeks. So that point of time you have to be very open to the team, and you can discuss all the blockers, risk to the team members, and you just wanted to highlight it, this is the blockers, and you just wanted to solve as a team. So these are the Scrum values. So focus, commitment, respect, openness, and courage. Now, coming to the next slide, this slide will talk about Scrum ceremonies. So, let's say, for example, if you are working as a Scrum team, so there are 5 ceremonies we have to take care of it in the Scrum. Like, first one is sprint planning. So, sprint planning is nothing but a kind of planning which takes place before starting any of the sprint. So, as I mentioned earlier, like sprint is a 2 week of cycle. Okay. So, in 2 weeks of cycle, what we wanted to deliver, so before delivering we just have a planning, like planning with the team members, like hey, our goal is to develop any Android application, or our goal is to develop any iOS application. In the 2 weeks, what all things we need to deliver. So sprint planning will cover all the backlog items here by the product managers or product owners. So basically product owners will be going to create the backlogs for the sprint planning. And once a sprint is planned, so after that, basically in the every day we will be having a daily scrum. Daily scrum is nothing but a 15 minutes call with the scrum team. So in that call we just wanted to discuss, hey, what we have done yesterday, what we wanted to achieve today, and what are the blockers. So basically these things we are going to discuss in the 15 minutes. So scrum team will generally consist of 6 to 7 members. Ideally the size of a scrum team is 6 to 7 members, but in somehow like in other companies, let's say for example scrum team is having 10 to 15 members as well. But as a project manager or program manager, you should split the team with a size of 7 to 8 members. So I have covered like daily scrum. So basically it's kind of a 15-minute ceremonies in the scrum. Every day, like we will be having a common call with the scrum team members, and we will be going to discuss it throughout the sprint. Now, third event is sprint review. So before closure of any sprint is nothing but a 2 weeks of timeline, which we have discussed. So sprint review, like we just wanted to have a list of backlogs. We just wanted to review it before the closure of any of the sprint. That is called sprint review. That happens before the end of the sprint. Now, coming to the fourth part, that is the sprint retro. Sprint retro is nothing but, hey, like what are the things we have done wrong in the 2 weeks of cycle? What are the things we just wanted to improve it? Any appreciation of the team members that have done a great job? So we will be going to discuss all the pain points, all the improvements over the sprint retro call. And fifth one is backlog refinement. Backlog refinement is nothing but, let's say, for example, you wanted to triage the priorities of the backlog, and accordingly, we just wanted to ship this out over the software companies. So these are the 5 ceremonies: sprint planning, daily scrum, sprint review, sprint retro, and backlog refinement. Like before end of the session, I will take you through the Jira as well, so that you will be having a great picture of how the sprint planning will happen and how the sprint review will happen as well. Now coming to the next slide, this slide will talk about Scrum framework. So, so you will having a clear picture here. So product owner is a person who is going to create a product backlog for you. Let's say, for example, you just wanted to develop a Android application. So product owner will be going to create all the product backlogs, okay, and he also defines the product goals as well, okay. So what product owner will do, he will categorize all the product goals, product backlogs over the sprint cycle. And in the sprint planning, we will be having all the scrum team members, and basically we will discuss what is the sprint goal, what we wanted to achieve in the 2 weeks of cycle, okay. So once this sprint planning is happening, after that we will be having a daily scrum of, like, which we have discussed, like daily scrum of 15 minutes with all the scrum team members, and we will discuss how the development team is performing, okay. So once this is done, daily scrum is done for the 2 weeks. So at the end of the 2 weeks, we will going to have a sprint review, and that sprint review we will going to have a review of the all the backlog items. And lastly, we will be going to do a sprint retrospectives, okay. So these are the stakeholders. Basically, stakeholders are nothing but a client or someone who is associated with the project, okay. So basically they just wanted to have a vision, like, hey, like after delivering this software, we will having a company's ARR will be increasing. So that point of time, like, they just wanted to ship this out ASAP, okay. So this is the complete scrum framework. And you will be having a some different jobs roles here: scrum master and product owner. Scrum master is nothing but a person who will be going to take care of all the sprint ceremonies. He is responsible for taking care of sprint planning. He is responsible for taking care of a daily scrum. He is responsible for taking care of a sprint review and a sprint retro. So scrum master is a person who is going to take care of all your sprint ceremonies, okay. And product owner is a person who is going to create all your product backlogs in a company. And with the help of product owner and the scrum master, basically a project manager or program manager will be deriving all the project and showcasing the software delivery to the leadership team as well. So this is the scrum framework. Now coming to the next slide. So, why Agile in a software development team? So, as I mentioned, like, to address the challenges of traditional waterfall models, like waterfall models were taking like 6 months of time, even though like 1 year of time. To avoid this, we have implemented Agile. Most of the companies are using Agile as of now. Agile's adaptability to changes, continuous delivery, and customer feedbacks are very important, because in Agile we are developing our software in a 2 weeks of cycle. So we are getting a early feedback from the client as well, and that will help us to redefine our software, and we are able to do the incremental release throughout the life cycle of the SDLC or STLC, we can say. Now coming to the next slide. So next slide will be basically talk about the real world examples of successful Agile and Scrum implementation. So mostly many of the companies in the today's generations are using Agile and Scrum. The first one is Microsoft. Microsoft is using all the Scrum framework to deliver the faster releases within the company. IBM is also using the Agile methodology to develop the softwares. Amazon is also using the software Scrum methodology in their AWS division as of now, and Salesforce is also using the Agile practices within the company. So not like these are the limited companies. I just included these examples, but there are many companies in this world who are using and adapting Agile as of now, and everyone is aware of Agile, and they just wanted to adapt this Agile mindset and Scrum framework and Kanban framework as well, so that they can be able to ship their softwares in a deliver, or you can say in the rapid delivery phase. There are tools which will help you out to segregate the backlogs, plan your sprint, do the daily sync ups and all. So first one is Jira is nothing but kind of a project management tool which will help you throughout the software development lifecycle journey. I will talk about more. Asana is also a kind of a tool which will help you out, doing the project management, program management. ClickUp is the same, like kind of a version of Agile, Asana only, and that will also help you out to like manage the software development lifecycle and sprint as well. And fourth one is Trello. Trello is nothing but a kind of a byproduct of Jira only. This also like provides the sprint management and the product management and project management as well. This is all about I have mentioned over the slide, and I will take you through the real time example of Jira, then how like it is implemented in Jira. I'm just sharing my next tab. Hope it's visible as of now. Yeah. So I have created a dummy project for all of you to understand like how sprint backlogs are managed over a sprint cycle. So I have created a like a dummy login for the Jira software. Here you will be able to see like this is the My Scrum project name, and here you are able to see the backlog option. Okay, so backlog option is nothing but the place where you can create the backlog. So this is basically created by the product owner, which we have discussed earlier. Okay, so basically you'd have to tap on this create issues, and you can just test backlog. Okay, you just try to create a backlog. So backlog is created. I have created few more backlogs here, like develop Android application for VIT Bhopal, develop iOS application for VIT Bhopal, design implementation for Android and iOS application, testing of applications, deployment, release, and all. So in this backlog section, you will be able to create all the backlogs which you wanted to like do throughout the year. Let's say for example you just wanted to do n number of things throughout the year. You just start creating the backlogs. Okay, but what are the things you just wanted to deliver in the 2 weeks of life cycle? Okay, so that is called as a sprint, which we have discussed. So you can just create a sprint as well. Let's say for example uh, I have created a sprint name, sprint 1 VIT Bhopal, let's say. Okay, as I told you, like sprint will be of 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and 4 weeks, and some companies will do the custom timing as well, like 1 month as well. But the general standard is generic standard of the company is 2 weeks. So you can just select the duration 2 weeks, and let's say for example today is 28th of December. So you just wanted to do it for 2 weeks, so it will automatically take 11th of Jan as a sprint closure date. You just wanted to write your sprint goal as well in the 2 weeks, what you wanted to achieve. Let's say, for example, I just wanted to publish Android application for VIT Bhopal. This is my sprint goal for the 2 weeks. I just wanted to publish the Android application. Okay, so I'm just updating the sprint 1 VIT Bhopal for 28 December to 11th of Jan. So in this time free period, 28 December to 11th of Jan, I just wanted to complete backlogs which is related to Android application. So I have already created few backlogs like develop Android application for VIT Bhopal. So I will be just moving out this task in the this sprint. Okay, so I have like moved this develop Android application for VIT Bhopal to sprint 1. Also I just wanted to test this application, so I have dragged this task as well. Also I just wanted to deploy and release this application. So basically I have created 3 tasks and moved to the sprint VIT Bhopal 1. Okay, now I just wanted to tap on this start sprint button, so that this all task will be coming in the you can say the board view now. So once we tap on this start button, start sprint, so your sprint will be getting started with the 3 issues. So sprint is started. Now you'll be able to see here, hey, this is the sprint 1 VIT Bhopal. These are the 3 tasks that is in to do. Okay, and you will be able to see 9 days are remaining. Sprint start date is 28th of December 23, and sprint end date is 11th of Jan 204. Okay, so now you will be able to see all the tasks in to do as of now. So in the daily Scrum meeting, basically, let's say for example, this task is just tap on it. So I am able to see like whom I wanted to assign this task. Okay, so as of now this will since there are no members in this project, so basically I will assign this task to myself. And also like I can create labels, like for example this task is related to Android application, so I can just create a label. Why this okay, Android, this will not ask for the space, Android application. Okay, so I have just created a label as well, so that in the filter I can directly find out which all tasks are with the Android applications. Okay, so I just wanted to like add story points as well here. So this task will take how many man days? Let's say for example 2 days it will take, so I have updated 2 days as of now. Okay, so so once this task is picked by the developer, let's say for example, I am the developer for this task. So what I will do is I will assign this task to myself. And once this is in development, I will move in the development cycle. Okay. This is the development cycle as of now in progress. Okay. Again, once this task is like tested by the testers and verified by all the product owners and all, so after that, I am going to mark it as done. So I will move to the done. So that will be like crossed. This is task is completed. You will be able to see this is the done mark. Okay. Mhm. Huh. You will be able to see all the history as well. Like I have moved the in progress task to done. Okay, I have created the this task and I assigned the sprint one VID Bhopal value. Okay, this is the levels of Android application. We have estimated the size of this storage to two, and after that I have marked this as done. Okay, so everyone has to come into the daily scrum call and they have to discuss what is the update on this task. Let's say for example someone is blocked on doing this task, so as a scrum master or as a project manager you have to unblock that team member and you have to complete this task to done. Let's say for example all tasks are done now. Okay, I'm just moving it and all tasks are done now. Okay, so mostly these tasks should be completed on ninth day, but I have like directly uh, put into done bucket. So just wanted to show you how this sprint will complete look like. Okay, so now once all these tasks are done, so you can tap on this complete sprint and you can see like complete sprint one VIT Gopal. That's all of them, all tasks are done. So you can tap on this complete sprint. Now you will be able to see like these three tasks like gone from the backlog, and you will be able to see in project like in report sections later on. So this is all about like how the scrum board will look like. There are a lot of things you can do for this project and you can configure these all options. Let's say for example, in some of the companies there are code review. Some of the companies there are a separate team for the testing. Some of the companies will be going to do the marketing. Some companies will be going to do the security testing as well. So based on that, your requirement of the project, you can directly change the columns. So I will see you, get you through all these things. Here all these like workflows are there. Whatever the workflow you just wanted to do it, you can change it here. Like let's say for example this current workflow is any if any task is getting created, so after that it will going to move to to do status. After that it will going to move into in progress. After that it will going to move into done status. Okay, so this is the workflow. This is the generic workflow as of now, but you can customize according to your project requirement and all. This is the one example of a scrum board. Okay, and I just wanted to show you one more thing. Let's say for example I am just creating one more project. Okay, more project of the software development. Okay, in that project I am see all these frameworks are here, scrum and kanban. So earlier I have like shown you the scrum. So in scrum like we are generally using the 2 weeks of sprint, but in kanban there is no sprint at all. So if I will tap on this kanban, use template, select a company managed project. Let's say, for example, VIT Bhopal Kanban. I just Kanban project. I just created this. Okay. So this Kanban board is created as of now. So you are able to see here this Kanban board is written. Earlier this was written as a Scrum board. So in the Kanban board there is only one difference is like whatever is coming into the priority will be picked by the team first, and after that any other items will be going to be picked. There is no sprint length that you have to complete your task within the 2 weeks of life cycle. Whatever the task is coming into the priority you have to complete asap. That is the concept of kanban. So some teams will be using kanban. So I will give you a small example. Which team will be going to use the scrum, which team will be going to use the kanban. Let's say for example you are working in a software company who generally create a new features. Let's say for example you are a part of Paytm team, or you are a part of Uber, you are a part of Ola, let's say for example, and they are just developing a new features inside their applications. So in that case they will be going to use the scrum board and they will be going to develop all the features within the 2 weeks of cycle sprint cycle. Okay, so this is a small example, like a new requirements will be going to be catered into the Scrum board. Now, let's say for example, there are production issues are coming. Let's say for example, Ola payment is not working. You are not able to book your Ola ride. So that point of time, this is coming as a priority from the customer side. Okay. So if you are going to include this task in your sprint cycle, so this will this will affect your scope of work. Okay, to manage and to avoid this kind of like discrepancies within the company, companies will be going to use the Kanban model, and all the tasks which is coming from the production side or which is coming from the customer reported issues and all, and that are on the priority, will be going to be listed under the Kanban board. And Kanban team, the team which is working into the Kanban board, are aware that hey, this comes with a high priority and this task need to be completed on the uh, priority basis. Okay, so this is the small difference between Scrum and Kanban. Scrum will be going to have all the sprint ceremonies, but in the Kanban, basically the team will be having the daily Scrum, and they will be going to wrap up all the tasks within the priority basis. So this is all about like Jira. So this is the, you can directly explore Jira software and you can make a dummy login with your IDs as well, and you can just try to exploring creating a project of Scrum, how I done right now real time. Okay, you can just try to create a project using a Scrum, just try to create a board for Kanban, just try to create a sprint as well, just try to move sprint backlogs to all the status, complete the sprint and see the reports how it looked like. So this is the entire life cycle of a Scrum. So this will be going to be achieved by Jira. Some other tools are helping us, Asana, ClickUp, and Trello, but Jira is the most popular tool within the software industries as of now, and everyone is using the Jira for creating the backlogs, managing the sprint, and all. So this is all about today's agenda. So I think I have covered all the things, and yeah, I'm open to questions as well. For 10 to 15 minutes, we can take all the questions.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. It's been a enthralling session, especially on the real-time life cycles. Now, the first question from a MCA student, he is asking, sir, if I want to make my career in Agile and Scrum, what should I study?
Got it. So first thing is like, let's say for example, if you just wanted to build your career in Agile and Scrum, so basically you can go with first Scrum Master role. So Scrum Master role is the good start for anyone who is working to become an Agile coach in the later phase of the career as well. So like to achieve a Scrum Master role, you can start with CSM certification. CSM certification is nothing but a certified Scrum Master role certification given by the scrum.org. Scrum.org is an NGO who will be going to provide you the certification for CSM. So in this is the 2 days workshop given by the certified Scrum Masters, and basically in these 2 days you will be going to be having a deeper side of whatever we have discussed in today's session, like Agile and Scrum, and based on that you can start focusing on what are the Scrum frameworks, learn all the Scrum frameworks deeply into the kind of you can say Kanban, Scrum ceremonies, how you can optimize the team efficiency, how you can predict the risk as well. So basically, you can the best thing is you can start with reading all the open source materials over the internet as of now, and mostly you can focus on the Scrum framework. Like rather focusing on different other older frameworks, you have to focus on the Scrum framework, because the companies who is looking as of now is looking for the Scrum Master role with the Agile and Scrum framework only. So if you are aware of Agile, Scrum, and Jira, so mostly it will be very easy for you to get placed into the Scrum Master role. And once you join the Scrum Master role, you can grow yourself as an Agile coach, and you can just try to create most of the processes within the company. You can create an Agile manifesto. You can create an Agile playbook for the entire company, like how company will work into the Agile model. So this will be a good start for you as a Scrum Master, I would say.
So the Ananya also had the same question. Uh,
Okay,
Ananya Bhatnagar, she's from ECE, so her question is also the same. For a non-CSE graduate, what positions in Scrum should I be applicable? And will this be, do they recruit freshers? From a placement point of view, are there roles for freshers?
got it. Got it. So to answer this question, so I will tell you. So basically, I have done my graduation in computer science engineering. So earlier, I was working as a Java developer and QA engineer as well. So in my entire in the early phase of my career during Amazon days, I was working as a test engineer. Later on, I moved to project management and the Scrum Master role. Okay, so this there is nothing like the companies will be going to recruit or not, freshers or not, because like there are a lot of intern positions are also available in the market for the scrum master, for the project management as well, and you can just try to get into those intern role, and later on you can just become a scrum master or project manager into that company. So let's say for example your branch is EC, okay, and basically you don't have interest into the coding part, you don't have the interest into the testing part, so you can directly come into the scrum master. You can start with the scrum master role, and you can learn all the things like how the software is going to be delivered. Basically, if you are working as a scrum master, that means you are indirectly you are managing a software development team only. So you will be working closely with all the front end developers, back end developers, testing engineers, marketing team as well. So you are not doing coding, but you are managing the team to deliver a software in a rapid speed. Okay, so you can start with the scrum master role, and you can directly get a job as well into the like intern role. Hope this answers.
Yeah, it answers the question.
Yeah.
So the next question is, do companies directly hire product manager, or should we work first as an SDE or another position, then become a project manager? This is from Ishan Batra. He's a 21 batch, a BTech CSE student.
Got it. So it's all depend upon the like kind of interest of any of the student. Let's say, for example, I just wanted to be a core hardcore developer. Let's say, for example, I just wanted to be a Java developer in a company. Okay. So if someone is looking for a developer job, so that point of time you have to be very clear that he's looking for a front end developer or back end developer or any other Python developer or any other domain. So there are a lot of things. So if suppose for example if you are clear with your goals, hey, I just wanted to grow myself as a developer first, and later on I just wanted to move into the project management or program management, this is possible at all because you are working in a software development team only, and you are part of a like delivery, so you are aware of all these processes. So that point of time, so you have to make sure that you are not like doing the coding, because your role will be changed and you will be not a part of a, you will be no more longer coder at all. Okay, so if you're interested into the management side, you can directly come. Every company is usually having the internal job posting as well, IJP, they call it as IJP. So there are internal job postings, you can directly apply in the company, and you can directly move into the project management role or product management role. And also like if you have a like keen interest, hey, like after 1 year I just wanted to become a project manager or product manager, so there are a lot of courses are available in the market as well. You can just try to explore. I always recommend first try to explore all the open sources. Like there are a lot of open sources are available in the internet, you can just go through all the open sources. Later on you can just if you wanted to devote your career as a project manager or product manager, you can just do some certifications. Like I told you, like for the scrum master you can go for CSM, like certified scrum master. If you wanted to become a product manager or product owner, you can go for CSPO. CSPO is nothing but a certified scrum product owner. So you can start with CSPO and you can jump into the product owner role.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Next question is, this is a generic question, Ashwin Kumar's question,
Yeah.
whether there are many non-tech opportunities in software industries compared to tech roles. Uh, do the non-tech opportunities in software industries pay as well as the software SDE roles,
You mean salary wise?
salary wise?
Got it. So I will just make you clear. Like there are two types of companies available in, like you can say India or other. Okay. So first one is product-based company, and second one is service-based company. So let's say, for example, if you are a part of product-based company is nothing but who is core, like mostly like focusing on developing their own product, like Uber, like Paytm, like Ola, like Amazon, they are like product company. They are going to develop all their product and they are just selling it out. Okay, so if you are going to join any of the product company, product companies will pay you very good salary, good perks, and good facilities as well, and there will be a lot of opportunity for you to growth. Okay, so that is the first thing for the product companies. And pay wise, salary wise, product company will pay good for technical folks as well, and plus non-technical folks as well. Now coming to the service-based companies, service-based companies are companies who is going to provide the service to the different like clients. Let's say, for example, TCS is a service-based company. Infosys is a service-based company, and Wipro is a service-based company. So whatever the companies like TCS, Wipro, and Infosys, Capgemini, and all, so basically they are having a client. Okay, they are having an n number of clients. So once you are going to placed in these companies, they will be like depute to all these clients, and you will be working directly to the client. But Capgemini or TCS will be going to pay you. Okay, so in that case, there will be less margin, and you will be getting a lesser package in the service-based company as compared to the product-based company. So my thought is like if you wanted to have a good salary hike, you just wanted to grow good in your career. So I would suggest product-based company is a good to start your career. In case if you are not getting any good opportunities in product-based company, you can just try to have a platform in a service-based company for a couple of years, and after that you can move into product-based company. So if you see my example, so I have never worked in a service-based company as of now because I started my career with a product-based company. So I just wanted to grow into the product companies ladder only. Okay, so yeah.
And okay, so the next question is, I think Shashwat, your question is answered about resources. Sir talked about the open source resources, and you can follow Shashwat sir or Vikas sir on LinkedIn. Um, the next question Shashwat again posted was consistency. It is a generic question. It is about consistency in LinkedIn about a particular domain? Should we be consistent in LinkedIn about a particular domain? Should we keep posting about our webinars or coding and so on? Does that matter to a recruiter?
Uh, I would say not much. It will matter to the recruiter. So let's say, for example, if you wanted to like have something, let's say, for example, if you wanted to if you wanted to grow your career as a development side, so you can directly start committing over the GitHub. So recruiters will be more focused into the GitHub. Okay, let's say, for example, if you wanted to career grow your career as an Android developer or iOS developer, so start like publishing the apps to the Google Play Stores, iOS App Store, and all. So basically this will help you to like add more points into your resume or profile. Like you have published the application to the Google Play Store, App Store, and all, so that will give you more weightage rather than like posting over the LinkedIn. Because as of now what is happening is like there are a lot of platforms are available like ChatGPT, Google Bard, and all. So basically, if you having a good prompt, you can design your prompt and you can generate a lot of articles and you can publish it over Medium or you can publish it over LinkedIn. So this may help you out, but not much, because earlier I used to like publish blogs as well. So that point of time I was having like 14K followers over LinkedIn. Okay, but that doesn't made any like changes to my career or any changes to my life as well. So I would suggest rather than like going with the LinkedIn flow, you can just start focusing on building your skill set, like talking to like experts in the industries, how the real time scenarios are happening within the companies.
Uh, Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
That brings us to the end of this webinar, but not the association of students with this domain. Honestly, I have hosted around 250 webinars, more than 300 plus webinars. This is the first time I ever had someone talking about Agile and Scrum framework, which is a need of the hour for students, especially from a non-tech point of view. Vikas sir, I thank you from the bottom of the heart, and I'm sure a lot of Lions will be connecting with you on LinkedIn and asking their queries and getting their doubts clarified. Thank you, sir. Your closing thoughts and comments.
cool. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining in. I wish you everyone have a good, great career over VIT or Bhopal, and happy New Year ahead. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, sir. Have a great year ahead as well.
Thank you.
Dear
Take care.
Lions,
Yeah. If anyone having any open questions, they can directly post it over a YouTube channel as well or LinkedIn. I will be happy to answer you. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Dear Lions, this is the last webinar of the year in the Dr. G. Vishnan Challenge. Next year, we will start with the webinar, which is basically planning for 2024 by one of the long-standing alumni, oldest alumni of Vellore Engineering College, who's very active in LinkedIn and other locations. So thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure holding all these webinars for you in the past, in this year, and I hope to be here for many more years and host all these webinars again and again. Thank you, everyone. Have a great year end, and let's rock as always. As always, work hard, guys. Success is yours.